Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 5 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 5 math, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter geometry. The lessons we're going to cover today are area of squares and rectangles, types of triangles, open and closed shapes, regular and irregular polygons. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on grade 5 math, chapter geometry. Let's just start with the first lesson, the squares and rectangles. What is the area? So the area of the square, the given figure is a square, right? We need to calculate the area of square. So the square has all four sides equal in measurement, right? So the area of the square is side times side. That is the formula to calculate the. So the area of the square is side times side. So all the sides are equal in measurement. That is 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. Let's just start with the test questions. So you are given the square. The square has four sides equal in measurement. Let's just calculate the area, that is side times side. 5 times 5 is square kilometer. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 25 square kilometer. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 25 square kilometer. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 25 square kilometer. What is the area? That is a rectangle, right? We need to calculate the area rectangle. So area of the rectangle is length time width. 223 times 13. So 23 times 19 is 299. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 299 square yards. What is the area? That is length time width because that's a rectangle. So we have to calculate the area. So the area is length time width to 17 times 24. So 17 times 4 is that would be 408. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 408 square yards. What is the area? That is 408 square yards. What is the area? Now we are given the square, right? So the square has the area that is side times side, right? So the sides are 18. So that is 18 times 18. So which is the correct option? 8 times 8 is 64. So that would be 324 square yards. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option 1 is the correct option. What is the area? that is length time width. So you have to do 6 times 5. So 6 times 5 is 30 square kilometer. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is types of triangles. Let's just start with the lesson. What kind of triangle is this? So the triangle has all three sides equal in measurement. So that is an equilateral triangle. If all the side lengths of the triangles are exactly same, then the triangle is equilateral triangle. Okay, let's just start with the questions. Hmm. What kind of triangle is this? The triangle has the angle that measures 61, 60, 82, and 37. So all the angles are less than 90 degrees. So that means that is the acute triangle. If all the angles in a triangle are less than 90 degrees, so then that would be the acute triangle. So acute triangle it is. What kind of that is acute triangle? Is this triangle isosceles? 80 degrees, 56 degrees, 44 degrees. No, that is not an isosceles triangle. Option number 2 is the correct option. No, it is. What kind of triangle is this? 44 degrees, 90 degrees, and 46 degrees. So 90 degrees means that is a right triangle. Option number 2 is the correct option. Right triangle it is. What kind of triangle is this? Right triangle it is. That's the same question. Why I keep loading the same questions? I just don't understand. That is a right triangle. What kind of triangle is this? That is equilateral, isosceles but not equilateral, and scalene. So, which is the correct option? That is equilateral triangle. Option number one is the correct option. What kind of triangle is this? 42 degrees, 96 degrees, and 42 degrees. So, which is the correct option? That is obtuse triangle because one of the angle is more than 90 degrees. So, that is the obtuse triangle. Option number three is the correct option. Is this triangle scalene? 60 degrees, 60 degrees, and 60 degrees. Yes, scalene triangle it is because all the angles are exactly equal. Oh, if all the angles and sides are equal, then that would be equilateral triangle, right? So this is not scalene. What kind of triangle is this? 52 degrees, 52 degrees, and 76 degrees. That is the acute triangle because all the angles are less than 90 degrees. What kind of triangle is this? What kind of triangle is this? That is isosceles but equilateral. Option number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is open and closed shapes. So let's just start with the lesson. Is this shape open or closed? So if you start at end at the same point, that means the shape is closed. If you start at end at a different points, the shape is opened. Let's just start with the test questions. Is this shape open or closed? Closed it is. If you start tracing the shape, you start and end at the same point, so that is a closed shape. Option number 2 is the correct option. Closed it is. That is a closed shape. Is this shape open or closed? Closed shape it is. Option 2 is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open shape it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Open it is. Option number one is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? That is a closed shape. Option number two is the correct option. Is this shape open or closed? Closed it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. That is regular and irregular polygons. Is this shape a regular polygon? The shape is not a regular polygon. Its sides have different lengths and its angles have different measures. A regular polygon has three sides would look like this, like all the three side lengths and all the angles must be same. Let's just start with the test questions. Is this shape a regular polygon? Yes, it is a regular polygon. All the side lengths and all the angles are exactly equal. So that is a regular polygon. Is this shape a regular polygon? Yes, it is a regular polygon. Option number one is the correct option. Is this shape a regular polygon? No, that is not a regular polygon. Option number one is the correct option. No, it is. Is this shape a regular polygon? Yes, it is a regular polygon. Option number one is the correct option. Is this shape a regular polygon? Yes, it is a regular polygon. Is this shape a regular polygon? No, that is not a regular polygon. Is this shape a regular polygon? Yes, it is a regular polygon. Option number one is the correct option. Is this shape a regular polygon? No, that is not a regular polygon. Is this shape a regular polygon? No, that is not a regular polygon. Option number two is the correct option. Is this shape a regular polygon? Yes, it is a regular polygon. Option number one is the correct option. Is this shape a regular polygon? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, working on grade 5 math. Chapter we are working on geometry. The lessons we have covered today are area of squares and rectangles, type of triangles, open and closed shapes, regular and irregular shapes. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So, any questions? Okay,